Welcome back to the Rugga Muffin podcast. Another bumper weekend of rugby. Four massive matches that we've just come through. And the latest, the Springboks versus France. Before we get into that, just to keep score, Southern Hemisphere 3, Northern Hemisphere 1. MXO, what's your take on the weekend?
Oh, lovely. Especially that you are mentioning that the Southern Hemispheres are in. Because a lot of people didn't give us this World Cup that will feature much. And now that it's three Southern Hemisphere teams in there, it's again a traditional World Cup. We're not complaining. We love it exactly that way. I'm really looking forward to the games that are coming. Argentina versus the All Blacks, South Africa versus England.
Let's go through them. Wales went down to Argentina in the first quarter. I thought that Wales had the match covered, and then they let it go. Early into the second half, Argentina came back and they closed out. And the same thing for the second match. New Zealand started strong. Ireland came back into it, but I think New Zealand held out in the end. Let's talk about Ireland and New Zealand because they walked into that match the favorites, and it didn't quite pan out for them.
Yeah. Like I was saying in private, the All Blacks are the kind of team who play with a lot of pride, and once they've been done under, the second time you meet them, you are not likely to beat them. They came with a masterclass. They showed us on Saturday, and I think up until now it's the game of the World Cup so far. So
yeah, I also think it's a pity that had to be a quarterfinal because it was a bloody good game.
Yeah. So we've been seeing final on final this whole weekend pretty much, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
And then we saw England take on Fiji in the third quarter, and again I thought Fiji had the measure of them in the second half especially, and then I think discipline sort of let them down, and then maybe the conditioning wasn't all there to cover the last few minutes of the match.
Yeah, you could see it in the final 10 minutes. The field was opening up, but they were not able to take advantage, and it was depending on the one-off runners, and that's where they needed to keep it tight and compact, and unfortunately they were closed down.
And I must mention this, when we started this channel, we called Ireland and France the favorites. They're going home, Chief.
Yeah.
What do we say to that? That's right. Yeah. What do we say to that?
It's unpredictable. It's a beautiful game. It's played with an oval ball. It bounces anyway. So that's what happened. That's what happened there.
Maybe let's throw forward a bit. Let's take out our crystal ball. What do we see happening in the semis? New Zealand take on Argentina. South Africa takes on Wales.
Yeah.
South Africa takes on England.
I want to say respectfully with the Argentina game, Argentina's going to bring it. They're physical. They've been
Who are you respecting?
Argentina.
Okay.
They've been wanting to get to this stage, and they're going to show up. But I think the All Blacks are just going to have too much for them. Our game, on the other hand, is going to be a bit tougher because I feel England is going to want to arrive for us based on the 2019 World Cup. So,
do you think they've got the game to arrive, though? I mean, England coming into the World Cup were the pits.
For sure.
And then they've sort of put it together. They were not convincing against Fiji. How do you see them putting it together against the Springboks?
We have to respect the fact that they've gone through their group and they've scraped enough points to get to where they are at this point. And the history we have between us, I think we're going to have to respect that game if we want to make it through. It's not that I don't believe we can do it, but if we come with the right mindset, of course, I think we need to do that.
Let's call it. Who's in the final? Who wins it?
I'm saying 1995 all over again. 1995. Deja vu.
So you're calling the Springboks?
1990, Mandela in Paris.
Fela in Versace.
Yeah.
Paris.
No.
Good.
So that's what you call. I'm calling it the other way. I also see the same final, but I'm feeling New Zealand, if for nothing else, to prove a point over the past few seasons that they've actually still got it. And yeah, that's my call.
Yeah.
We'll talk after the final.
Yeah, I'm not brave enough to call it. I'm brave enough to say the Boks are gonna be there and New Zealand's gonna be there. It's 1995. Are we gonna win?
Ah, crap!
I won't call
I'm
it.
calling it. New Zealand will take it by a slender 6 points in the final. Bite me! I said it.
Rasi, we believe in you.
Share, like, subscribe, do the whole thing. Please comment. Tell us what your views are. And yeah.
I can match.
Lovely, thank you. It's been lovely, guys.
Au revoir.
Voulez-vous, merci beaucoup. Bye bye, France.